My daughter sold my house, the same house where I raised her, where her father spent his whole life loving us, and she hung up on me before I could even ask why. And the strangest part is, I didn't try to stop her. I was sitting in a doctor's waiting room when it happened. Funny how life changes in the most ordinary places. One moment, you're just watching the clock, and the next, everything you've built starts slipping away. My name is Antonia. I'm 71 years old, and I never thought I'd live long enough to say something like this. But sometimes, the people you trust the most are the ones who test you the hardest. It was just a routine checkup, nothing serious. I was sitting there quietly, listening to the soft hum of the air conditioner, the occasional cough, the ticking clock on the wall. You know that kind of silence, the one that feels heavier than noise. Then my phone rang, Angela, my daughter, and I smiled. Because no matter how old you get when your child calls, something inside you still softens, even when it shouldn't. But the moment I answered, I felt it. That distance, that coldness, the kind that doesn't come overnight, the kind that grows quietly while you're still calling it love. "Mom," she said, "we're going to Europe tomorrow." I frowned a little. "That's sudden." Then she said it just like that. "I sold your beach house and your car." For a second, I thought I misheard her. "You what?" "We needed the money," she said. No hesitation, no guilt, just a decision already made. My fingers tightened around the phone. "Angela, you can't sell that. That house—" "It's done, Mom," she cut in. "The paperwork went through. Don't worry, we left your share of your own life. And it'll last you a few months," she added, "a few months, after a lifetime." "Angela," I tried again, but she didn't let me finish. "Bye, Mom." And the line went dead. Right then, a nurse opened the door and called my name. "Antonia," but I didn't move. I just sat there, holding a phone that suddenly felt heavier than anything I'd ever carried. You would think I cried or shouted or called her back, but I didn't. Because in that moment, something inside me didn't break. It woke up. And then I smiled, because I remembered something she didn't know. A few days before my husband passed away, he sat beside me, holding my hand a little tighter than usual. Robert was never a man of many words, but when he spoke, you listened. "Antonia," he said, "I've taken care of things for later." I didn't understand back then. I didn't ask. When you've been married that long, you learn to trust what isn't said. After he passed, I found an envelope in his drawer. I couldn't open it. Not then. Some doors you only open when life forces you to. When I got home, I went straight to that drawer. My hands weren't shaking from fear. They were steady, certain. Inside the envelope, there were documents, property papers, account details, and a letter. He had been investing for years, quietly, carefully, building something I never even knew existed. And then I saw it. A clause, one simple line that changed everything. No property under his estate could be legally sold without my direct authorization, not digitally, not through power of attorney, not even by family. The sale Angela made. It wasn't valid, it was reversible. And the moment I read that, I understood something very clearly. My daughter hadn't just betrayed me, she had exposed herself. The next morning, I called Robert's old lawyer, a man who had known us for decades. I didn't explain much. I didn't need to. Within days, everything froze. Transactions, transfers, accounts. Within weeks, everything came back legally, cleanly, quietly. And I didn't call Angela. Not once. Then one day I sent her a notice. Not angry, not emotional, just official. An eviction notice. A week later, there was a knock on my door. Soft, uncertain. When I opened it, I saw someone I barely recognized. Angela stood there, but not the version I remembered. Her eyes looked tired, her confidence gone, her voice smaller. Mom, that one word carried more truth than anything she'd said before. I let her in. Of course I did, but I didn't speak. Sometimes silence makes people face themselves. She broke down, told me everything. Her husband had convinced her, pushed her, promised her a new life. Then disappeared with the money, with everything. The Europe trip, it never existed. I have nothing, she said, and this time I believed her. Then she asked, can I stay here? I looked around the house. The same house she thought she had taken from me, and I said yes. But not out of weakness, out of understanding. Weeks passed, and I watched her. Not as a mother protecting a child, but as someone witnessing a lesson unfold. She struggled, looked for work, got rejected again and again. Reality doesn't rush, it stays, until you learn. At first, she blamed everyone, her husband, her luck, even me. But slowly that changed. She started taking responsibility, working small jobs, coming home exhausted, quiet. Some nights I heard her crying, trying to hide it, but a mother always knows. Then one night, she sat in front of me and said, I became someone I don't recognize. That's when I knew the lesson had reached her, so I told her everything. The investments, the truth, the fact that I knew from the beginning.